Welcome to Unconventionally Creative. We, the All People's Fellowship, we meet every Sunday 8:30 a.m. for our weekly worship. If you like to join us for a time of worship, you're most welcome. Please check out the link details given in the description for you to join. Well, in today's Get Inspired series, we are gonna see about Lydia. Just a couple of verses we read about her, but they are really inspiring. Let me read those verses for you. I'm reading from Acts chapter 16, verse 13, 14, and 15. On the Sabbath, we went outside the city gate to the river, where we expected to find a place of prayer. We sat down and began to speak to the women who had gathered there. One of those listening was a woman named Lydia, a dealer in purple cloth from the city of Thyatira, who was a worshipper of God. The Lord opened her heart to respond to Paul's message. When she and the members of her household were baptized, she invited us to her home. "If you consider me a believer in the Lord," she said, "come and stay at my house." And she persuaded us. Well, so let's get deeper into Lydia's character, what we have read just now. First, we see that Lydia was a worshipper of God. She worshipped God regularly on the day of Sabbath with other women. When Paul and others visited their place, they found this group of women worshipping God, and they shared the good news to them. We read that God opened Lydia's heart. We can see how faithfully she was worshipping God. And at the right time, God opened her heart to believe and accept whatever Paul was sharing with them. When she believed in the good news, when she believed in the salvation, what Paul was sharing to this group of women, she got baptized. Not just her, but her entire household was baptized. There's not much information given about her family life, whether she had children, whether she was a widow, or etc. We don't know anything about that. But we just read that she and her entire household were baptized. Maybe her household contains her relatives, her parents, maybe children if she was married, and maybe even slaves, because we read that she was a successful entrepreneur dealing in the business of purple, so maybe there were slaves. But the entire household getting saved, it talks about how Lydia was with her household. Not just she spent time worshipping God, but she made sure that her household also believed in the living God. When she heard the good news, she made sure that her entire household is also understanding and believing in the good news that made everyone to be baptized. That's really wonderful about her, isn't it? Well, on the other hand, as we read and as we are discussing that Lydia is a successful entrepreneur, it talks about her lifestyle. We can say that she had a balanced lifestyle, spending equal time worshipping and learning about God, at the same time working hard to be successful in the purple business that she's doing. Today, we find it so difficult to take out some time to worship God. We find it so difficult to take out some time spending with people, talking to them about God's love. We are so busy with our everyday chores, our work routine. Our work life is keeping us so busy that we get exhausted end of the day. I understand. But I think Lydia's life is really inspiring. We need to get encouraged from her lifestyle. To be successful in a business is not an easy task. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of time. Lydia, she had a balanced lifestyle, being a successful entrepreneur, and she spent equal time for God. In Acts chapter 16, in the last verse, verse 40, we read that when Paul and Silas were out of the prison, they went to Lydia's house where all other brothers were there. So after Lydia got baptized, when her household was baptized, we see that her house stood as a church. Her house stood as a place for many to come together and learn God's word and worship together. This again says how she gave equal amount of time or maybe more time for God. This shows how much she loved God. Let's get inspired from the life of Lydia. In our busy schedule, let's take out time to worship God. Let's take out time to show God's love to everyone around us. Let's spread this good news to people around us and may God's name be glorified. So, see you again with another inspiring video. Till then, take care and let's worship God and share the good news to everyone.